We're doing a 2023 Tracer rankings. The Tracer players in the Overwatch League currently, we're going to put them on a tier maker and just let the opinions fly. Who are the best Tracers in the league? Who are the worst? Custa did this once in the past, and he got absolutely flambasted. Is that a word? Something like that for it.
Lambasted
For it. I don't even know what that means. Maybe I should read up on what the words mean.
I mean, you're just getting rolled. You're just getting smoked.
You're just getting rolled, yeah.
Yeah.
So we decided as a podcast, we're gonna get rolled this week, and we're gonna rank all of these players. But I've added a gimmick, guys. There's an added gimmick to this. There's an added gimmick to this entire thing, because you see how many players that are. There are like that's like 25 players right there. There's an added gimmick to this. We only have 1 minute per player to decide where they go. So Solomon's gonna be on top of this timer, and we have to decide where to put them. And if we, at the end of the timer, we just gotta throw them in there. All right. I don't care if we disagree. We just gotta throw them on there and move on to the next player. And in the end, maybe we'll take an extra couple of minutes to just like figure it out, because it's going to look wonky because of this one timer bullshit. But it's just a gimmick to have the show move on and actually like have some flow in the show.
One clarifying question before we begin.
Absolutely.
Is this rank based within the peers we see here? Like they're ranking them amongst their peers in this list, or just our general perception of them overall? You know,
let's do ranking among these players. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
To just avoid all confusion. So if you're a D Tracer player, obviously among these guys, I don't even know who would be D.
You could still be like a very good Tracer player. You're not the best. You're like a D tier amongst this list.
Yeah, I don't even know if you need to put like a text or something on the screen to just like clarify this.
Omit some players.
I can't say that I had like a system in mind, but my gut feeling was like I took the players who played Tracer in 2023, and then I added in a few players like Lip, for example, who obviously plays more Sombra, but we know Lip has a great Tracer. So, and yeah, I omitted a few players. Like if you're on the Valiant, yeah, sorry, I didn't include you.
Like Mouthful and like Dove.
No, he's not. No, Mouthful is not here.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's keep it moving. Yeah.
All right, Jaws, did you hear that I said about the timer?
No clue.
Okay,
when you walked away,
we have a minute. There's a minute.
There's a minute timer, Jaws. There's a minute timer, Jaws,
to debate
and
this.
we're ranking the players. Yeah, so
Okay,
Dove is not on there. Sorry, guys, Dove is not on there. Maybe Dove should have been on here, actually.
Dove should have been on
It's
there.
fine. We're in it. Let's go.
Yeah, okay. 1 minute. Sugar free. Where is it going?
A.
Yeah, probably.
I think he's an A. I think Sugar Free is an A, because I'm going to tell you.
Could he be in B? There's going to be a lot of people.
There's going to be a lot of great Tracer players.
This is the top end.
But
Daddy Ted Tracer list right here.
I mean, this is like a pure Tracer player list, isn't it? Yeah, it is a pure Tracer list.
He's not a pure Tracer, though. He's more of an, Tracer is not his best hero. So he probably shouldn't be A,
I would say, actually, that's completely fair. Maybe a B. Maybe
I
a
think
B
he goes in a B in this list.
Yeah,
otherwise we're going to be very
compared to all these legends, yeah.
That's fair.
All right. Wow, we might not even need a timer. There you go. Solomon, I don't know how annoying that is for you. Alpha Yi, where's it going?
I mean, that's like an easy. That's like an easy ARS. I think
I'm
it's probably
going S after this season.
Yeah. I think he because also he hard carried at points in APAC as well, and he's doing it how.
Okay, is Alpha Yi really in that list though? Think about it. Like there is a lot.
And that's
of
the thing. There's a lot of players. The thing, because also part of the history here. It's the history of some of these players too, for how long they've been doing it. Like because like Kevster is going to be like we're just gonna say Kevster's going to be an S. Like so like, and this guy's been doing it like this for like what 3 years. And Alpha Yi, I mean 3, 4. Like
not.
Alpha Yi has not quite, but I mean he has had a really good. I would not be upset to put Alpha Yi in S tier though, because I think his years that he's been in there, he has pounded, and he is the sole reason. In my opinion, he's the sole reason this isn't Justice is doing as well as it is.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, he's solo carrying for sure.
He's either bottom end of S or top end of A. I'm happy for either.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go with S here. I think I have unwavering faith in Alpha Yi, like even against some of the best Tracer players in the world. So there you go. Alpha Yi.
Also, we'll still have placements within there. You know, well, there's placements.
And as I said, at the end of the thing, we'll have time, just a couple of minutes to just like figure it out, iron out the details, stuff like that. All right. So there you go. Checkmate. He's
not an S.
No,
he's an I personally think Checkmate's an A tier Tracer.
Yeah, I would agree.
You think he's Sugar Free?
I don't know if he's like, I don't necessarily know if he's like diffing Sugar Free all the time, but I would take I personally think Checkmate Tracer is very underrated compared, because Checkmate is like kind of an underrated DPS player because of the memes that happened with him when he joined Mayhem.
Look at the list. Look at all these players that we have in this list. Are we really going to put Checkmate in A? Like, this is the cream of the crop. If we don't put Checkmate in B, then no one is going below B.
Yeah, but Checkmate. Oh fuck. You're probably right, but then the question is, I mean, like, who the fuck is going in C and D in this list?
I feel like Checkmate is better than Sugar Free.
I think Checkmate Tracer is really, really good. I think Checkmate Tracer is better than Sugar Freeze. I agree.
Are we gonna put Sugar Free down then into C in this list?
Holy shit!
Wait, okay, you gotta look at it objective to the list that we're looking at, right?
Objective list. That's okay.
Timer's up. Timer's up. B or A. B or A.
Yeah.
I'm going A.
B. I think it's B. I think I'll leave it B. I'll leave it B for now.
Choice of one. Where does choice of one go on this list?
I mean, it's A or S. It's A or S for sure.
No, I would never put him in S. Choice of one is not an S.
Choice of one's DPS is nuts.
Okay, he is not an S. He's not up there with these other players. I'll put him in A. I'm happy to put him in A. He's fucking been running so around.
Honestly, I think it's an under, but I'll acquiesce on an A.
You're putting Choice of One with Alfie, fucking proper.
Choice of One's DPS is crazy, man.
Okay,
he's crazy.
It's good, but he's not as good as those players.
I'll give him an A.
He's not like a Kev, though. He's not a Kev.
I'll give him an A. I think if he was outside of charge, I think he'd run a better system. He'd be a Kevster tier Tracer potentially.
You think he'd diff Checkmate? I feel like, aren't they kind of on par in my opinion?
No, I think Checkmate's really good. The problem is we're making some very just snap judgments here. Do I think Checkmate could probably compete with Chosewan? Yes, but we already had to make our ranking. I think Chosewan is like actually been held back by his perception because of the team he's been on. If he's on a better system, he would be an incredibly good player like Vaulted. So,
all right. Moving on to the best anti-tank tracer in the game, Decay.
Okay.
Really good at shooting Winston players.
I think he goes into S tier from this season.
Yes.
No, he can't go to S from this season.
Yeah, I would put him in S.
He's been crazy the last couple of weeks.
Okay, let's think about Decay's overall career. So we had this season, he's pounding, right?
He was good on Tracer every time
he was good in Fuel. That's true. He has been missing. It's just like there's been some missing gaps in the resume, essentially, right? There's been some gaps in there's been some working gaps. So the question is, does someone deserve to necessarily be S when they have gaps in between these levels? They were really dominant the 2 years they played.
I'm happy to put him in A just for good bands, but like I think if you just look at him play, he deserves to be in this S tier.
He probably should be S, I guess. Yeah, he probably.
Say what you want about Decay. Tracer is his best hero, by far.
Yeah, fair enough.
Very good.
I am very, very willing to put him on A later, though, after the rankings. I'm willing to move him down after because I feel like it might get stacked here. All right, now it gets fun. Guys. Moving on to the next one. He sang.
I'm gonna put him personally. So we pounded contenders. Guess what? Don't give a fuck. I'm gonna give him
probably a C.
I think he goes into C from this year's performance.
Yeah, I'll put him in Sugar Free tier so far.
I think until he shows more for us in the league, I'm not going to put him higher than that. He hasn't played better than a C-tier Tracer. And that could be a result of the team that he's on has just been struggling, but I don't think until he proves that he can do it in the league, he doesn't deserve to be above Checkmate Choice of One or like in the same tier as those guys.
Yeah, I agree. Tend to agree.
Yeah.
Dude, who the fuck is ever going to go to D in this list?
I
think there's maybe one person I can see in this list that could go to D.
Sparkle do be coming.
Yeah.
We do have one player. Sorry, go on, Gus.
Obviously an S. Okay, sorry. I thought we were moving on.
Yeah, we're moving on. Kevster.
Just get over it. Put him in S. Put him over. Let's get the next like 3. Let's get the next 2 over as well.
Obviously the next 3.
Leave and lip. I mean, like, come on.
I don't think okay.
Do you think
that's why I'm saying if we look at this list more with these tracers, I think like a Decay or maybe even Alfie should probably be moving. Like, I would a million years take Kevster leave Lip over Decay.
You
maybe
would take
not Alfie,
Lip
but Decay.
over Decay, Tracer?
I would take Lip over Decay. Yeah.
We've barely seen that much Tracer.
I think I would take
Tracer.
That's crazy.
I think I would take Lip Tracer over Decay, 100%.
Oh
yeah.
my
gosh. I think I would. Because think about this year at Boston. There have been like literally it feels like years in game where Decay's just marinating in a pulse bomb. Just sitting there, holding pulse bomb for so long, missing ball. Like, it just literally...
Lip doesn't even really play Tracer, though. His Tracer's great for how little he's played
The
it.
guy's a freak of nature. He's like his XCOM mission. You unlock him, and he's like, holy shit, we got this thing now on the XCOM team. Like, this guy is incredible, but...
The reason I included Lip, isn't Lip like the best tracer in like 2021? Like those couple of years ago?
He played it like a little bit, and he was statistically
He didn't play like
incredible.
a ton of it. Didn't play a ton of it, but he was insane when he played it. Like, to me, I think Kevster, Leave, Lip kind of stand above, alongside maybe like when we add in, like, get to like a Prophet Striker type of thing. They kind of stand above, and like, it's hard. Those are the big three. Those are the big three guys.
We got to move on, but
move on.
Okay, moving on. Pelican coming up next. I will say, he didn't play that much Tracer last year, but this year,
he's been great. He's been great.
I know a certain someone on the desk called Jake really values Pelican's Tracer.
He's been great.
I think he has to go into A though. I don't think he's earned a spot in the ST yet.
I don't think
he's not been comparatively to the people that have been like Tracer monsters for a longer time. He just doesn't have. Now, granted, Lip technically does not fit that list. I just think Lip's a genetic freak of nature. So
do you feel like our out is sample size? We can just like excuse
I think
ourselves.
sample size.
But if we're gonna
is
put
fair.
Pelican here because of a small sample size, then Lip also needs to be an A tier. Like it's
yeah,
like,
but Lip,
he's a legend of the game.
What Lip was doing on Tracer in 2021 was far greater at times than what Pelican. Now, granted, Pelican's been having a great year so far, but Lip did some unholy things in that year that he played Tracer. He did some unholy shit.
I think we got too many people in ST, but keep it going.
Yeah, we do. We're gonna have to move one of those players.
We might have to adjust.
Moving on. Now, taking a bit of a break here. Prophet. Where does the GOAT go?
He's the GOAT. I mean,
he is the GOAT.
Yeah, he is 100%.
He competes, but we might have to. Can we maneuver the other people while in this minute?
Yeah, sure.
Lip needs to go down. I think Lip and Alfie, you need to go down. Otherwise, our S tier is going to just be
okay.
rough,
I think if Alfie goes down, I think Alfie has to be like towards the top of A.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter.
Sub ranking.
Okay.
No, we'll do sub ranking later.
Oh, we'll do a sub ranking later.
Are we really having Decay up there with those guys?
I don't think Decay should be an S.
I don't think it should be an S. I'm happy to leave Kevs to leave.
I think it should be an A. I think it should be an A. Yeah, I don't think it should be an S.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I can live. This is more amenable to me. This is more amenable list.
Fair.
We can't just have everyone in S tier because they're all phenomenal players. It's among their peers, and all these peers are fucking incredible at Tracer. That's why we're gonna get railed. Someone's gonna go in C tier that's a great Tracer, and everyone's gonna be like, oh my God, they think this guy
guess
sucks.
what? They are gonna have to make it. They're gonna have to fight with us. Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
All right.
let's get over with.
Up next, we got
Let's get over with.
Proper's S tier.
Yeah.
Yes.
No one's
Get
arguing.
over with. Okay, shock dick riding. There it is. Dick riding. The dick eating is crazy. There we go. Like blah blah blah. There we go.
All right, and we can just reset the minute. Yeah, there we go.
Shy. That's a good one.
This is sample size moment. Like,
I think he's
when was
B.
the last time we saw him play Tracer consistently?
Well, he's been playing for Apex. He's been doing some things for. He's been playing some for Apex.
They've been alternating, right? They've been mixing up the roles.
Yeah, they've been doing some mix and match between him and Lee.
I would take Alfie over Shy on Tracer. Specifically.
I agree. I think Shy goes into B. It's crazy because of how good his hit scan is. Like that's the value of him. Is like he is like one of the best hit scans in the world, and then he also can play Tracer to that level, and that's the same reason we look at Lip so heavily. But like, I don't think Shy deserves to be in the A tier with these other guys.
Yeah, so Shy this year has played 49 minutes of Sombra. Now, I made this list like a month ago. So when I made this list, they were just starting to play. And obviously, the rotation has changed a bit since then. But I felt inclined to include Shy because at the time when I made the list, it did make sense.
I think a B is fair because, I mean, realistically, like, he's also stuck in a situation where Leave is on his team. So, yeah.
And the year before that, Alfie was on his team, right?
Yeah.
Dude, someone's going to mold so hard at like
Sam
versus Shy. All right, here we go, Custa. PTSD.
Put him
we
in
got
there.
Sparkle.
Just put him in there for good bets. Just put him in there for good bets. Yeah.
Put him in there.
Okay, realistically, I want you guys to talk about this because I don't want to fucking touch this with a 10-foot pole.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you it's just Sparkle is a great player, a great Tracer player. It's just clearly I would take every other Tracer player on this list over it.
Really? Oh god,
just about.
He said it on me.
But that's not because. But the thing is, it's mostly just because of the fact that like I would take Sparkle as a player over a lot of these players. Like a lot of these players on the list, I would potentially put Sparkle in a system. It's just when it comes to a pure like I just want someone to play Tracer, I wouldn't put Sparkle above. Actually, I take that back. He's still going to be in D, but there's one person that he's going. He's going above one person on this list. He's going above one person on this list for sure.
I know the timer is running down. I will say my idea of Sparkle, because it's a bigger debate, and also we take some time on like 3 in a row. What?
You're gonna leave him in D tier?
No, he stays in D tier because there's 2 Ds. There's 2 D tiers on this list.
I think Sparkle's better than D.
I think he's kind of C in my opinion, but I think the perception was when he came into the league that it didn't really have a tracer, and then remember he had that one season where like he really upped his game and like his tracer looked really good and like he really worked on it. So I think that Sparkle's tracer is actually like quite good. I wouldn't say it's elite like S or A or even B maybe, but like I think Sparkle's tracer is good. If Sparkle is on tracer, I don't mind it. I think it's good. I think it can.
No, it is.
The
thing is like he's not like the only. I think all the tracers in this list can compete against each other. It's just there's clear tracers that you would like rather have. And like if you had to make a pick right now, like I would take Checkmate or probably Shy Tracer over Sparkle, just personally. Then I'm like that, and then I would definitely take everyone to A and S over him. So then it's a question of like, would you rate Sparkle on the same tier as Sugar Free and Heesang? And that's like a little bit more fair of a question.
I would put him on C. I think
I would put him in C.
Okay, we have to start. Okay, fine. We ended the minute, but okay, fine. We can see. Okay, well then here's our D tier. Put it speedily.
Here's our D tier. Speedily.
Put speedily in D.
You want speedily in D?
Yeah, I haven't been impressed. I've been unimpressed. I don't think he's been bad though. Still, I think he's like shown a decent tracer. It's just once again like unlike Sparkle.
This is the upper end of the Overwatch League.
Yeah, this is like the best tracers in the world.
Type
of thing. Yeah. Like speedily is not in. Does not.
Okay, if we're gonna do this, I want Heesang in D then as well.
If you're talking only 2023 performance, I think it's fair.
For the same reason, like Speedily hasn't played Tracer much
in 2023. Just 2023.
Heesang's only played 2023, right? Like
if you look at contenders, like well, I don't know.
It contends against not people like Kevster and proper.
Yeah, like
I think this is I think Heesang has actually been a bit better than we're giving him credit for. I think Heesang has putting up a C level performance on Tracer so far this season. I think it's getting overshadowed by the fact that Proper is also on his team, but Heesang has been putting up good numbers. I've been overall impressed by. I've been like, oh, amazing performance, but I think he's putting up C level performance for sure. But if we want to put him D across the board, if we're putting 3 to 1 D, I'll put him D.
Look, if you feel like it's the right thing to do, go ahead. I just want to stir up some drama, and drama would be Heesang in D.
I think he'd be in C personally, but if everyone else thinks D, I'll go with the group.
Bro, we're gonna have the contenders' heads coming for our fucking throats,
and I won't read a single reply. It's gonna be good, guys.
Yeah, good thing this is my last episode for about a month. I'm finishing this podcast, and I'm fucking out. Don't try and DM me on Twitter. Don't tag me on Twitter. I'm not gonna read it. Don't care.
All right, moving on. Arguably the best tracer player of the year so far, Stalker.
I think Stalker goes in S. I like he's put up that level of performance this year.
Incredible.
Yeah,
okay.
He's been phenomenal.
I mean that's fair. If we put it, I mean also his contenders performance was really good. He had pretty decent, okayish performances with like Soul when he got some play time, but it wasn't. Didn't really play that much. So yeah.
Yep.
I think it's just this year.
Moving on, a bit of a tracer legend, but haven't played that much.
When was the last time Striker played Tracer?
It's like week 1 or 2, no?
It's been, I mean, he hasn't even played. I
don't even think Striker should be on this list. I'm happy to leave him off this list.
Has he even played for Boston yet the regular season?
Yeah. No, he hasn't played.
Yeah,
he played a couple early on, I think.
Yeah, wasn't it preseason he played?
I can't even remember the last time he's played. Can't even remember it. It has been a long few.
I don't want to put him on this list because we're just going to rate him based off of his previous performance, and I don't think that matters. Like if you take his like early 2018 to 2020 type of tracer, the guy is like an S. Yeah, like he's like obviously, but like we just haven't seen him as much recently. But also, in my opinion, like that's where I'm like, I guess the K gets a bit of a doubt because he has been playing recently and he had early performances where he's good. So yes, the K gets like a sandwich of sorts, while Striker just has one cookie. So I mean, like I don't know. I think realistically, the most fair option would be to not put him on the list. But if we're rating him fairly, I have a hard time believing he would not still be at least in the A tier.
Yeah.
I agree, but I don't like that feels so disingenuous. Like, how do we like know? Like, maybe the reason he's not playing is because he sucks at tracing now. We don't know the answer to that question. It's probably not true, as you said, just off of his previous performances. But like, I genuinely don't know the last time Tracker played Tracer, and I saw it.
There is another version of this tier maker where we leave off Shy, Lip, and Striker, just on like sample size this year kind of level thing.
I mean, I would be okay with that necessarily. I would be fine with that. I mean, also removing them would make this a little bit more even in some ways. So,
okay, Well, we'll talk about it in a minute. We got a few more players to wrap up here. Next up, we got Viper.
Been really good for that. Good. Like he is the only reason that Shanghai Dragons won that
player.
Game. I'd put him in C.
Honestly,
I would say.
I think he has to be at least in the B. I think he has to be at least in the B for sure so far.
Yeah, like he's been very. He's got
to be at least in the B. I'm happy
to leave him in B. I think he's been having a great performance this year. Like he's literally like one of the few bright spots of this Shanghai Dragons roster.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay, great. Moving on, we got Yaki. Where do we put Yaki in this one?
No.
Probably just an A.
S. Put him there, right there. He's looking real good. He's like, what? No. How does he not deserve to go S?
I kind of want to put him in B, but I'll give you A.
B would be heresy. B would be straight heresy.
No, like, okay, I think
B would be actually heretical. You'd be burned at the stake if you put him on B.
I feel like Yaki is one of those players that people watch those crazy clips of him and then just forget about the times where he just gets fucking booty bopped for like 4 minutes and they get full held. But then they just remember that time that he killed like 19 people.
But he's been amazing on Glad so far.
And I'm happy to put him in A.
And
I'm
also, people are like, but remember him on New York? But it's like, bitch was on one of the worst teams to ever exist in the Overwatch League.
Yeah,
like,
you know?
Like, he was like, and he was desperately trying to pull out do some crazy shit out there. Like, yes, like, obviously he got bopped a bit the previous year, but that's because it's one guy versus essentially 11. He essentially was playing 1v11 in many of the matches. Like, it's like, there was no...
Maybe he's the problem. Maybe you should play with the team a little bit. Have you thought about that?
But he has. He's been great on Glads. He's been great on Glads. He's been so good on Glads. He deserves to be... I feel like he should be an S.
You're very
passionate.
Heresy. I bow down to passion. He can leave him in A.
What? Leave him in A. Yeah, I was going to say...
I won't be angry if he's an A. I just think he deserves an S. But
I over my dead body, he ends up in S.
Bro.
Fine.
Maybe if he was on like a sick team over the last couple of years, we'd have a better like idea of where the guy lands. But fuck me, he's not Kevster, bro.
But he's diffed Kevster in the past.
Yeah, but that's because you're omitting all the times that he got booty bopped by those players.
Sure, but the point being is like But the point being is that he's been on teams that aren't as good. And he's done amazingly, like with Mayhem. Mayhem was not the most amazing team when that year when they were, but he did do well.
Any bright spot on that team when they had their dark
okay, fine, fuck it. Leave it there.
All right, we settled down. There we go. We got 2 more players left in here. Or, well, one actually. We got 1 final player left in here. It's Zest.
I mean, he has to be like A.
He has to be minimum A.
Yeah, he's either S or A. I think it's hard to put him in S.
I mean, he's been pounding. This is second year of pounding, though. Because he pounded last year, too. Really good.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if Zest is that good, and that, in my opinion, I'm almost like, well, why? If we're doing that for qualification, like, shouldn't Alfie and Chosewan and Yaki be essentially qualified in that tier?
You're right. I think we should leave Zest here and move Yaki down. I think that's the conclusion.
No, that is not. No way should Yaki be out of A. Yaki has to be an A. He literally has. Think about the list of traces. You're going to tell me if you put a B, it's like, can I get Checkmate or Yaki? Can I get fucking Shy or Yaki on Tracer? And you'd pick Shy, like, on comparison to Yaki still? Like, Shy's really good, but I would probably still take Yaki when it comes to pure Tracer. It's pure Tracer. It's pure Tracer play.
He kind of does slot in nicely next to Checkmate, no?
He does not. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. This is heresy. This is actually heresy. He needs to be an A. He has to be an A.
I don't know where this like unwavering fandom came for Yaki because like
it's not an unwavering fandom. The guy's so good.
Yeah, he's good, but like when was the last time he had a good season? Right?
This season, right now, right now.
He's been okay. He doesn't even play the Tracer. He like barely plays the Tracer for this team. It's fucking Kevster.
Oh my god, no,
Yaki's been a good Sombra. He plays some flex things every now and then, but he's played like what, less than an hour of Tracer.
There's no way he belongs in S if Kevster is playing over him. You know what I mean? Like,
sure. That's fair enough. I'll give you the S. I think he can, but like, I think he needs to be an A.
I think he's a solid A, but I wouldn't mind settling for B.
Yeah, I don't think B should be that disrespectful. He should probably go in. Yeah, I'll go with A.
Okay. Yeah, fine,
I'll
fine.
vote for A. So we got a few things to figure out here before we can leave. I propose that for the sake of integrity to the list 2023, we keep Shy and Lip off the list. Because they just haven't played that much. I propose
Fair
that.
play, actually. Yeah.
See, and look how much better this list looks now too.
Yeah, I
certain
do
way.
think that Toronto made like an effort to have speedily play the Tracer, and so I think he qualifies still. I need people who watch this segment to spread the information that if people are wondering why like people like Hydron or like other players are missing or why people are here and some other stuff. I made this 3 weeks ago, so things have changed since then, obviously. So there are a few.
Well, also, I mean,
candidates that
Hydra,
could
but I mean, even still, like they're still playing mostly speedily on Tracer over
Yeah,
Hydra.
yeah.
Like,
So
they've been trying
I-
to play Hydra to play like Sombra and like hit scan for them. You know?
Yeah. So I think it's an all-out risk. The second thing we have to do before it's official, some people on the internet, they really care about the order within the tiers. So are there any quick changes you want to make within the orders?
All right, proper goes to the left of Kevstar, in my opinion.
The left of Kevster.
I think
And then
Stalker goes over
goes
Leave
where
almost.
Leave is.
Yeah.
And that's how I would leave it right now.
I think that's kind of revisionist for Leave's history overall as a player, though. I don't think Stalker has the pedigree in Overwatch League to put him above Leave yet on Tracer.
But if they battled right
if you
now,
have to take a Tracer right now, Leave or Stalker, you have a Tracer player. I would play Stalker. Like right now, I would absolutely play Stalker over Leave.
I think also, but I also think that Stalker is playing in a system, a way better system currently than Sparker. Clearly dysfunctional. Like
the
it's just like you're
system.
not gonna get the max.
he's a
you're not gonna
system
get,
tracer.
well, no, it's like you get more value. Your DPS players are gonna look better as well when your whole team is more on the same page, right? Your dives are better, your macro is better, your ults are better. Like you're giving them better value with the healing. Like I don't know, you're setting them up better. Like I don't know, I just think Leave's like one MVP on a team that didn't even do like they did well, but not that well.
Yeah, but what was it? When did he win MVP? 2021? Like that was 2 years ago, right? Like Stalker wasn't even in the league at that point. Like I'm taking like as much as I credit Lee for being great in the past, this isn't a 2021 tier list. This is a 2023 tier list.
I
don't care too much about the order. Can we agree to this? Can we just
I
settle
would
here?
put League
Can we
on
just settle
top.
here?
I think
By
they're
fairness.
equivalent. I'll give you that.
All right, A tier, Alpha E to the most left, followed by the K maybe.
I'd kind of want to put Zest higher. I feel like Zest has like
think
Zest
Zest-
is way better.
Okay,
than I
but why
think.
would we put? So here's my question: is like I guess actually I do kind of agree. I think Zest consistently, if we include his both of his Apex, he's had some better years than Alfie. So Alfie Zest should probably be above Alfie. I think that's fair. I think
I'd put Decay up a little bit, honestly.
I don't think I would. I think I would probably honestly my list would go Zest, Alfie, Chosewan, Pelican, Decay right now.
Whoa.
There is some
I do
Decay
not know about
slander
that.
coming
Yeah.
out.
I think
Oh.
Decay slander coming
nah.
in, bro.
There's some
I-
decay hate right here.
Decay is like
That guy goes up for
I'm gonna just
sure.
say it. I think Decay is like one of the main reasons Boston are still like afloat.
Sure,
right now.
yeah, he's doing great. Like he is doing great overall. I mean, here's what if we swap
Over
Pelican
choice
to
one, in my
Decay?
opinion.
What if we swap Pelican to Decay? I don't know. Chosewan's fucking pounding.
Over choice one, in
I
my
would
opinion.
take Decay over Pelican.
I
think.
agree. I think
Yeah, I
Pelican,
think that's
Pelican
fair.
could prove us wrong. This could be an absolute like
How about
protagonist
that?
arc for him.
I
He
could
sees
live
this
with that.
shit.
Yeah.
I could live
But-
with that.
Let's live with it.
Yeah.
I could live with that.
You know what really bothers me is that Pelican is above Yaki on this list, kind of. It bothers
I
me a
know
little
it's
bit.
fucking
It does-
madness.
it
It's
does
fucking
bother me a
crazy.
little bit.
Yaki should not be below Pelican. Yaki should not be below like a lot of those. He should be on the same tier.
I think we're living in the 2020 zone of Yaki and the was
my
it 2021 zone of Yaki, bro?
There's
like
no
he
way.
man doesn't even play Tracer. We're admitting most
so-
players
so-
who don't
who
play
else?
primarily
So
Tracer.
we're taking
Kevs is on this
Leave-
fucking list.
We're killing Leave because that was 2 years ago. We're killing Yaki because that was 2 years ago. We're killing everyone.
Yeah, because it was 2 years ago. Games changed.
But they're still good now.
Let's put Effect on this list. I think Effect should be an S tier. You know, he was
Yeah,
a great
that's not
Tracer player.
equivalent. That's not equivalent.
What do you mean? If we're just not admitting years, like, come on, what are we doing?
But
here?
but the thing is, they're still good. They're still pounding. They're still doing really well. They're still doing really, really well. They continue to do well on good teams on the top of their rosters.
I think Pelican and Decay are getting massive disrespect. I think those guys have more impact in the server than Yaki does on Tracer.
Well, the list is good for that right
But
now.
That's what I mean.
but
But I think you
but
guys are
I
trying
don't-
to change the list.
I also think Decay gets disproportionately highlighted because Boston are kind of dysfunctional at times without him. Like Decay has to do more heavy lifting for Boston, the server, because Boston sometimes does some weird floppy shit, you know? Like, they just fall over occasionally. Like, while Yaki is working in a Glad system that they're looking really good right now, like, he doesn't have to carry all the weight. Now, Sparker also just dysfunctional as fuck. But he does play Tracer for them, okay? He has played Tracer for them, and he's looked good on it.
Occasionally.
And he's looked really good on it. So,
that's true.
the point, if the K's only been on Tracer, and like they need him to function because the team sometimes. So I'm just saying, I think we're like taking some disproportionate like magnifying effects of the team they're playing in and applying it to their overall skill. I think Yaki should be in the A tier. I think he's been doing it. He's been pounding for a long time now. But
Jack, do you want Yaki in A tier? Because Johnny seems to be convinced.
No, Yaki B tier.
Okay. Yaki B tier.
Put him on the left side.
End of B.
Yeah,
he should at least be on the end of B. He should at least be on
Yes.
the end of B.
Rank
Thank
1B.
you.
All right, there you go.
All
Thank
right.
you.
And then Checkmate Viper. I think that's good.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
Sparkle in front of Sugar Free.
Yeah, I'd take that.
And he's
Yeah.
saying in front of Speed.
Yeah. All right. There we go.
That's good.
So, there you go. 2023. Wait, I got one more question.
Yo, I gotta
actually.
log out of Twitter real quick. 1 second.
I got one more question. If we're only talking, it seems like we narrowed down the conversations to right now, 2023. Is Prophet still S tier?
Okay, this is an interesting conversation because I think you can absolutely say no. With that said, Prophet was sick in their first game against Soul Infernal. Like, he was one of the reasons that they won that series. And because I was a big Prophet doubter heading into this season of like, I don't think his passion's there. I don't think his drive's there. And, you know, you can say that's kind of paying off, you know, dividends right now. You don't know what's going on with his life. But Prophet did play exceptionally well at the beginning of the season. I just think the team around him is quite poor right now.
He still belongs there. He's still an S tier Tracer. I think it would be slander to put him lower. He's the GOAT, bro. Like, no shot.
I mean, he definitely still earned it. Like, maybe if he had showed up and not showed up, maybe if he hadn't showed up for parts of this year, but he had shown up and still looked really, really good. So
Okay. There you have it. The 2023 Overwatch League top Tracer rankings as it is right now. Missing a few players that didn't make the list. But there you go. We did it, guys. And now we suffer the consequences of the segment. But it's okay. It's all just words on the internet. Don't worry, Custa.
I'm really excited for Sparkle moving up the list of Tracer tier lists over these years. You know, went from D to C. You know, congratulations, buddy.
Yeah. Someone wants us to add Dove. Well, he goes in D tier. There you go.